Hey Bricks, it's Brickley here, and welcome back to another LEGO The Lord of the Rings video. And today, we're gonna take a look at the UCS collection Minas Tirith, which is currently in development by LegoMocLoc. He's an amazing mock builder, and today we're gonna take a look at some progress of his Minas Tirith mock, because he is gonna build one, and he's gonna provide us with instructions. How awesome is that, everyone? So if you want to see an epic LEGO Minas Tirith, just go ahead and watch the entire video, and of course go ahead and support LegoMocLoc in order to of course make sure that he is able to create this superb mock. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this video. So this mock actually has been in progress for quite a while now, and we're actually going to start at the very beginning of the Minas Tirith mock made by LegoMocLoc. So we actually started with the ground floor of Minas Tirith. As you can see, we got the entire first ring of Minas Tirith already almost finished. Actually, you can see lots of stuff going on. We got all of the orc troll towers, actually, that's also quite nice. We got Grond, a couple of catapults, and of course the main wall of Minas Tirith, which is definitely something truly epic. It's a phenomenal design, and we're gonna go and zoom in. As you can see, you just see lots of detailing on here. We got the main gate, actually, which is also magnificent. I love all of the spikes on the walls, and the entire wall is actually also something that curves around Minas Tirith, which is also nicely designed, so definitely a big fan of that. Of course, you can also put a lot of minifigures on top of the walls, as well as, of course, within the streets, because the streets are also detailed. You can see we get a lot of buildings within the streets, as well as, of course, a couple of interior rooms, actually. You can see this storage room, for example. So LegoMocLoc is really great at, of course, filling up these empty spaces with some official Lego rooms that would definitely look amazing within a real Lego set. So that is definitely something that LegoMocLoc does well. Of course, this entire mock is actually gonna be something in real life, so all of you are gonna be able to build this if you would like to. I mean, it's gonna be insane. But here's a closer look at the walls. Actually, as you can see, we got a couple of towers on there with all of those spikes, and I'm just such a huge fan of this design already. I mean, it's in progress right now. It's in designing stage, and it's already looking phenomenal. Just insane, everyone. But you can see the orc tower over here to the right, and of course we get a lot of detailing over there in the back with those towers with just amazing designs. Just take a look at that tower right there. Amazing. So really just a big fan of this mock right here. So this is actually from around 100 weeks ago. Now, you might be wondering, well, what has happened to Minas Tirith? Well, LegoMocLoc actually designed a lot of other locations for Middle-earth, and he actually started working on Minas Tirith a little while ago, actually, again. So really happy with that, and I can't wait to see his work finished. But right now, we're going to dive into the first part of Minas Tirith. So this was a bit of a prologue to Minas Tirith, and right now we're going to dive into his current progress of Minas Tirith. So as you can see, this is the front gate of Minas Tirith. You can see the entire gate section, which is a lot bigger than the original design LegoMocLoc had, and I do think it looks quite nice. You can see the detailing with the minifigures on the front gate, which also is quite a nice Easter egg and reference, of course, to the official movie design of the gate. We get two doors next to the main gate, as well as a couple of banners and such. And I really like the fact that these two sort of tower areas are bulging out of the main wall of Minas Tirith. That definitely looks great. And you can also pose up some minifigures on top of there, as well as, of course, within those towers, actually, you can see some doors, so they are accessible. And here's actually a view of course, the back of the gate. As you can see, it's just totally accurate to the movie. You can see the gate with those sort of chain pieces on the back, which you could see within the movie. So that also looks really good. And I'm definitely a big fan of the accuracy LegoMocLoc has put within his mock. And I just can't wait to build this. I mean, you even have an interior to the towers. Take a look at that, everyone. Let me zoom in a bit, because you can actually see a bucket with a little bit of bread. We got a broom on the other side. So, and even some armor. Actually, we get some weapons and just an armor armory on the top floor with a couple of barrels and some fire on actually the main wall right there. So definitely a great mock, as well as of course a lot of detailing on the walls with a couple of those decorated bricks in dark tan. So definitely an amazing mock. This is just phenomenal, everyone. And then here's actually a look at the walls. So this is just the regular wall, which I do believe will be attached to the main gate. As you can see, this is just a straight wall piece and it already looks phenomenal. Take a look at the detailing on this wall. We got a couple of those decorated dark tan bricks. So a little bit of rock work on the bottom, not too much because it is Minas Tirith, but a bit actually adds a lot of detail. So I'm really happy with that. Of course, we get those nicely detailed spikes on top, which is just really something you only see within Minas Tirith, and I really love the design of that. So definitely a big thumbs up to LegoMocLoc. Of course, this is modular, so you can actually remove all of the parts when you're going to build this, and you're going to be able to display it and of course store it much easier. I mean, that's definitely something you want to do when you're going to build this big of a mock. I mean, it's just huge. And then of course, here's the back of the main wall. You can see a staircase going up, so you can have that awesome scene with Gandalf the White, of course, on his horse going up towards the soldiers, and you can see that scene. That's just amazing to actually just send those foul beasts into the abyss. That definitely is an amazing scene. And there's actually also an interior to this wall. As you can see, we got an armory and this sort of a room right there with the table. I do believe this is a sort of planning room for the soldiers of Gondor. We get a little bit of rum in that a little shelf right there and a candle as well. So definitely great interior for the wall, and I just can't wait to see how big this is going to be. I mean, already this wall piece includes so many pieces. It's going to be insane, everyone. And LegoMocLoc already started working on the catapults for Minas Tirith. As you can see, we got this tower section right here, which is also just an amazing design. Take a look at the round structure he managed to pull off. There's also an interior to this little part right here, which I currently can't really see, I believe, but I mean, it looks great. You can see the catapult on top, actually, which also is an amazing design. Take a look at this. It's really accurate to the movie. I love the design for the catapult, and you can also put a rock within that little sort of slingshot over there in the back. So it's a sort of slingshot catapult. I'm not really sure what to call it, but definitely looks great, and I do think it's quite accurate in comparison to the movie regarding how it works, actually. That is also quite nice. And then here's actually another tower section, which I do believe you can put in between the wall sections of Minas Tirith and, of course, on the ground floor, actually. As you can see, it's quite small, but it already has a lot of detail. I love the sort of tower look in the middle. It really has a sort of sloping effect, as you can see, and I really look forward to putting a couple of archers on top of his tower. Here's the back of the little tower piece. You can see a ladder going up. That is also quite a nice detail. So we're going to have a couple of these within the mock. That's definitely going to be awesome to have a lot of Gondor soldiers just running up. So definitely great, and I really love the interior, and of course we get a barrel on top as well. And I do believe those were all of the sections for the walls of Minas Tirith for now, but there's also some other stuff which LegoMocLoc actually designed, because of course we've taken a look at the forces of Gondor, but Mordor is also a big player within the battle of Minas Tirith. So right now we're going to take a look at the wolf's head, Grond. So here's Grond. As you can see, just an amazing build. I'm so happy with this, how this turned out. I mean, LegoMocLoc, really just a lot of compliments towards you. This just looks phenomenal, and only the wolf's head, Grond alone, already exists out of around 2,000 pieces, this entire build. We got, of course, those 4 beasts in the front. I'm not sure what they're called. I'm actually not that deep into the lore of the creatures of course, Tolkien, but I would love to know. So let me know in the comment section down below. I might need to dive a bit deeper into the lore of Tolkien, because I'm such a huge fan of the movies and such. I mean, I've started reading the books, and I don't really know what these are called, but definitely great mock. As you can see, we got those sort of tower section in the middle, and that definitely looks great. You can even pose up a lot of orcs on the side railing next to, of course, the wolf's head. And this entire structure for the wolf's head can actually be removed. As you can see, it already looks really accurate to the movie. I love the head and I actually saw this real life version from LegoMocLoc. Yes, he already built it, and as you can see, there's also the ability to actually put in some lights, I believe. That's also quite phenomenal, and I'm just really happy with how this looks, and I can't wait to utilize this to break down the door of Minas Tirith. So definitely a great addition to the Minas Tirith MOC. And next up, actually, of course, we got the scene with the catapult. You can't miss that within the Battle of Minas Tirith. So here is the catapult of the Orc army. As you can see, it exists out of around 300 pieces. I mean, a lot of pieces. And there's also a couple of those skeleton heads included, of course. Definitely an amazing addition. So this catapult hopefully works. I haven't seen it in action, but I think it works. I mean, it already looks like it is a working catapult, but it looks phenomenal. I mean, so accurate to the movie. And I just can't wait to get a couple of these catapults and set them up and recreate the entire battle of Minas Tirith. That would definitely be amazing. But yeah, those were all of the pictures I have from LegoMocLoc, and I do believe this was everything he built so far for Minas Tirith. Of course, we're going to have a part 2 of the Minas Tirith series for LegoMocLoc out soon, so stay tuned for that. When it's out, I'm actually going to link the card on the top right corner of the screen right now, so I really hope you're going to enjoy that video as well. But for now, this is the video you're going to see on YouTube, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this. I just can't wait to see this MOC become reality. As I said before, this isn't going to be a MOC only, it's going to be a buildable MOC. So all of you will be able to build this. Of course, you're going to be able to purchase some instructions from LegoMocLoc, and you're going to be able to buy all of the pieces from Bricklink, Brick Owl, or anywhere, and you're going to build this entire Minas Tirith MOC if you want to. I'm not forcing you to do anything, but I myself am, of course, going to build Minas Tirith. It's going to be insane, and I mean, I just love building Lego sets, and this is just a massive Lego set. I mean, it's definitely going to be great. It's going to be bringing back a lot of nostalgia from back in the day with the LEGO Lord of the Rings theme, so definitely look forward to building such a huge Lego set. I mean, really great work, LegoMocLoc. And if you want to make sure that the progress of this MOC is going to be sped up, just go ahead and support LegoMocLoc. Make sure that he knows that you want Minas Tirith to be finished. I mean, this MOC is going to be huge, and I really want you watching out there to support LegoMocLoc, because he is building Minas Tirith, he's building Barad-dûr, he's even built an awesome UCS, Helm's Deep, Rivendell, Minas Morgul, and so many other epic locations from Middle-earth. He's building the entirety for Middle-earth for all of us to recreate it within our own LEGO collection. Because LEGO never built it. I mean, all of these sets actually are quite compatible with the LEGO The Lord of the Rings theme. They have the sort of same vibe going on, which is definitely something that I actually love about the instructions of LegoMocLoc. So if you're looking for epic LEGO The Lord of the Rings instructions, just go ahead and check out LegoMocLoc's Rebrickable page. He actually sells all of the instructions right there. Only instructions included, so you do have to purchase those pieces separately, but I mean, these instructions are really worth it if you're actually really loving building with instructions. I definitely do, and I think these projects just look insane. I mean, so yeah, if you really want to go ahead and build some awesome locations, for example, Helm's Deep, Rivendell, or maybe even future, of course, Minas Tirith, I mean, just go ahead and check out LegoMocLoc. His Instagram is also linked in the description down below, so go ahead and check that out as well. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, of course, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to Brickley for more LEGO The Lord of the Rings content. And go ahead and support LegoMocLoc on Patreon in order to actually help him create these awesome MOC projects. I mean, he has a daytime job, and he's already working, putting so many hours into these projects. I mean, he definitely deserves a lot of support for this, and I just think it's really beautiful what he's doing for the LEGO The Lord of the Rings community. So if you want to support him, go ahead and do so, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you all in the next part of this Minas Tirith MOC series. So I'll see you all in the next video on my YouTube channel, Brickley.
It's in the air like a blazing flare.